Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though D4vd and his attorneys are in it for the long haul, okay? I did predict that they would probably pull out, but it seems as though they're here to stay, okay? And I know that because it seems as though right now they're starting to play legal games. And what do I mean by that? We always see it. You postpone. You do everything in your power to postpone and try to find a flaw in the system. Anything you can do to get your client off, and that's what they're doing, okay? We had a little hearing with David in the court the other day, and they were speaking with the lawyer, and now we're getting a lot of information about like what we can expect in the future, right? They postponed his preliminary hearing to the 29th of June. Now that's to be expected, right? And also, they're moving real slow on evidence, seeming as though they're having a lot of issues transferring those 40 terabytes of data between each other. And I feel like that's just another little thing that they can use to extend the time. So I personally don't know when this trial is actually going to take place, but it seems as though they're trying to, do the whole smoke screen thing as much as they can. But anyways, I want to show you a few sketches of David in court, give you an idea of what to expect in the next couple of weeks coming. And also, I want to show you something that I found during one of David's live streams, showing him admitting to killing Celeste Rivas. Now, I don't know if this was a joke or not, but I'll let you guys decide when we get there. Let's check this thing out. All right, so unfortunately, guys, unfortunately, this case is so high profile that the judge decided that there's no cameras during these hearings. Hopefully those orders change, who knows? But we do have sketches and we do have an article written by the people who were inside that room. Let's go ahead and see what they had to say. It says, chilled out during court hearing as legal drama builds. Now let's get into this article real quick. It's fast, but it's informative. It says David looked more like he was waiting on a delayed flight than fighting a criminal case Tuesday morning, casually slumping in his chair during the court hearing while his lawyers and prosecutors deliberated over the case's timeline. The artist, born David Burke, appeared in downtown Los Angeles for a status conference tied to his upcoming preliminary hearing. Rocking an orange jail jumpsuit and appearing unusually relaxed through the proceedings. Now we got to jump into it, right? Unusually relaxed. And I think, honestly, the reason he's so relaxed is because he understands that he's cooked. Like, he's fucked. He's deep fried, wherever you want to call it. He's baked, cooked, deep fried, boiled. It's all at once. So I think at this point, he might just be accepting his fate. Maybe, but let me show you a few pictures that TMZ had posted. This is the first collage of images that we see, and it seems as though he did get his hair cut. The ones on the right side are like apparently the updated version of David because he was bitching about his facial hair. Like, my facial hair is crazy right now covering this case. He was bitching about his facial hair being a little scraggly and homelessy looking. He said his hair was looking bad. He wants to look real good in front of the judge for some reason. Just a vain little asshole. And, a lot of people in my comment sections are saying like, yeah, he was homeschooled. He was homeschooled, and that's probably part of the reason. I agree. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I was homeschooled for a couple of years, and I was a fucking weirdo. Luckily, they made me go to high school, and I assimilated and acclimated, I guess, and everything was fine. But take it from a homeschool kid. Them motherfuckers are weirdos, gang. But anyways, let me show you another picture. This is another one of him right here. Homeschool D4vd right here. Just vibing, chilling in front of his, in front of the judge. Check him out. I'm not going to lie. The sketch artist did his thing, though. The sketch artist did his thing. All right. So that's pretty much the vibe on David. Let's continue on in this article because they have a few more things to say. TMZ continues saying, a sketch shows him entering the courtroom in restraints as he faces first-degree murder and mutilation charges tied to the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose dismembered remains were found inside a Tesla registered to the singer last year. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges after his April arrest. Inside the courtroom, the two sides sparred over discovery and the pace of evidence turnover ahead of the next phase of the case that now will roll on to next month. And best believe, folks, it's going to roll on to the month after and the month after. Like, we're probably going to really see some movement toward the end of the year type shit, in my opinion. If they're really trying to have a fighting chance with David, they're going to postpone this shit as far as possible. But the only difference is David is not out on bond. I don't think he'll ever be able to get out on bond. Ever. They could fight for it or not. So it's different if your client is in jail behind bars. They might want to move a little bit faster. But typically, especially if their client was out of jail, the defense is going to try to take as long as possible. I mean, that's just the name of the game. But let's continue. The hearing focused largely on scheduling and readiness for the preliminary hearing, which is currently set for June 29th. Another status hearing is scheduled for June 17th, while the judge also noted the court would remain in session throughout the timeline. As the legal back and forth played out around him, D4vd mostly stayed quiet, lounging low in his chair rather than sitting upright at the defense table. And, I think we're going to start to see more and more of a deterioration of the original David that we came to not know, but that we came to kind of know of, right? He's the charismatic, pretentious little dipshit with the glasses and the pimple patch. That's how we know him as. We're going to see that deteriorate to something very different as time goes forward. Best believe. But anyways, let us move forward, folks, because we have more to talk about. Hold on. Before we move on, I just wanted to show you guys this image, man. This is another image inside court, and you could see that you can tell that TMZ isn't bullshitting because everybody has their own opinions about TMZ, right? But you could tell TMZ wasn't bullshitting when they said he was slouched down way low, because you see the women sitting up there defending him, and then you see little old David like noticeably down here. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that shit was hilarious, man. Listen. Shit, they might be doing some devious things to that boy in jail, you know. They might be doing devious shit. And it doesn't mean it has to be other prisoners. It could be the COs. They're doing some devious shit to that young man in there. Good. But anyways, I want to move forward, right? Because Steve Fisher is always coming up with more information, Mr. Private Detective. Apparently, he was able to put a timeline to some images that surfaced of David and Celeste hanging out downtown LA. My backyard, baby. We got pedos in our backyards, and you gotta be careful, right? So let me read this real fast. So Steve Fisher, the private investigator who initially started looking into David's former house and mansion, all that other good stuff, he posted on X, and he said this: on the night of December 30th through the morning of December 31st, 2024, David and Celeste were together in downtown Los Angeles, where several photos were taken in public. Bro, he's such an idiot. Celeste was 14 years old at the time and about 70 miles from her home in Lake Elsinore. Whether she was sober that night is open to interpretation. Now, one other thing I want to point out is, I guess I pointed this out enough, so I'm not going to stop too long to talk about it. But David's so dumb. You know that you're this pop star. You're about to be this pop star artist, right? Cool. You know you're going to cheat. You know, this is who you are, David. You're a cheater. Like you like to, you know you're going to cheat on this girl. You didn't think it was going to get really fucking messy when you cheated on a 14-year-old? No, but you're taking her around all these people downtown in public. Wait, it gets better because there's a camera crew that surrounded David and Celeste, apparently. I told you there's more people to this. Let's keep going. It says right here, there is photo evidence of them together again on January 2nd, 2025. Then on January 8th, a sizable crew was filming a music video with D4vd out of state. And by January 11th, David is in his hometown in Texas on January 20th, 2025. He is on a Delta flight. So the question is, where was Celeste between January 3rd and January 20th, 2025? Can anyone account for her during that time? There were many people present at the music video shoot. Did anyone see her there? What about in his hometown in Texas? Does anyone have proof of life for Celeste Rivas Hernandez after January 2nd, 2025? So what I think Steve Fisher's trying to hint out is that she was traveling and hanging out with David way more than we even realized. Like, she went to David's house more often than we realized. Like, often. She went to his music video shoots often. She was downtown. She was in Texas. Now, again, we're not saying that's 100% what happened, but it seems as though that's exactly what was going on. But anyways, these are the pictures that he found and posted. And right here at the top, it says December 30th, 2024. And that's a picture of Celeste right here. And you could tell it's like, it's all artistic and it's like warping on itself and a whole bunch of shit. Very, very David-esque. Then we have David playing with this knife. That's for sure David with his black nail polish and his knife. And remember, I made a mistake in my other couple video. Well, in one other video, I said that you know, David used the murder weapons and blah, blah, blah. Those were dismemberment weapons. We don't know what the actual murder weapon was yet. And all we know is it was sharp force trauma to the bottom and the top of the abdomen. Don't quote me on it, right? It could be this. And we even remember the depth of it. It was about like 2 inches or something. Look at the blade right here. But anyways, he's posting this, hanging out with Celeste. Like, oh, look at our knife. He's a weirdo, bro. Now I want to move forward. This is the video shoot right here where I believe David was shooting while Celeste was there. Steve Fisher also says that she was right here. And where's Celeste, right? I think it's this person right here. You know what I'm saying? So how are there all these people, grown-ups, cameramen, drone crews, managers? How are all these people around and they don't realize that there's some random child that David's kissing on in the corner? A little weird. And then this is another image that I don't quite understand, but I think this also has something to do with the music video. I think they were waiting for Night for some of his music video to like get a certain aesthetic. So I think that's what this is right here. But anyways, I just wanted to prep you guys with that. Just give you a little prep for what I'm about to drop on you now. Because I want to give you put that idea in your head that at the very least other people knew, a good amount of other people knew that David was fucking with this girl. Now let's take it back to David's house. David and Neo, the Asian, those other 2 girls, and then there's some other girls that come in. They're in his mansion. We've seen parts of this video before, but we've never seen on this channel this part of the video. If you can recall my last David video I did, David was trying to mask the smell in his house, and he told the girls to go to a specific bathroom because, you know, he took a shit in this one and you can't go to that one because it's messy. Go to a specific bathroom, right? We get another angle to when those girls go to that specific bathroom, and then we hear David talking to somebody else in the background. And ladies and gentlemen, the Super Sleuths did it again. They enhanced the audio, enhanced the volume. It's sounding like David said, yeah, you know, I killed Celeste. We killed her. And they're giggling together, him and Neo. But anyways, I don't want to yap the whole thing away. Let's have you guys watch it for yourselves and you tell me. I'll do it with no talking and then we'll go back through it and discuss. Pay attention to the subtitles and try to listen for yourself the best you can.
It's kind of giving Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Aw, cute.
I like it. And then, wait, we do this. Where's the body glitter?
We gotta be USA now.
Where's the body glitter from Claire's?
Bro, body glitter from Claire's.
Okay, clear glitter or blue?
Okay, chat. I'm gonna show you guys my
Do you
My
need
face
an empty
makeup?
bag for garbage? Can we pick one of these bags?
Okay. I am
I think we just do
fully
cool.
ready. Fully ready.
Oh.
Yes, sir. W face card. Oh, thanks, guys.
Oh, you can put. I'm gonna put this on my legs.
On your legs? Okay, let me see what it looks like once it's on you. Oh, you are glittery! Fire. Okay.
You don't have to do this.
Okay.
You can't not do it.
What
Be careful. Just be
David, you
careful.
need to get bug spray. There's little spiders everywhere there.
Yeah, just cover the camera.
Yeah, can we?
Okay, the main thing I took away from that thing, the clearest audio that I was able to hear, Neo the Asian was talking to this other girl. Apparently there was another girl named Celeste, but they're talking about some other girl. So they're talking to this girl about another girl. That's what's happening, right? Neo says, yeah, me and David killed her. And he's like, oh, he says that me and David killed her. Something said after that, and then the girl responds like, oh, what did she look like? I really want to know what she looked like. And then Neo says, oh, she had like curly hair. Now again, obviously if you killed somebody, you're not gonna go out to the whole world and be like, yeah, I did it. But it seems as though they were joking about it to try to, you know, it's almost like when you lie to your family about smoking weed. Like, son, have you been smoking? Your eyes look red. And then you lie and be like, yeah, dad, I went outside and I smoked weed with my friend right in front of your house because we're that stupid. Seriously, dad? It almost feels like that type of a lie. But let's back this up one more time and take it step by step.
It's kind of giving Harley Quinn.
She said, tell me more about, and then the subtitles say Celeste. I couldn't really get Celeste in there, but the girl did say, tell me more about Celeste, apparently. Let's keep going.
It's kind of giving Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Aw, cute.
He's like, yeah, you killed her.
I like it.
And then Neo says, yeah, me and David. She literally said that. So the woman says, yeah, you killed her. Neo says, yeah, me and David. Just a coincidence. I'm just a coincidence finder. That's all.
I like it. And then, wait, we do this.
What'd she look like?
Where's the body glitter?
We gotta be USA'd out.
Where's
bro.
the body glitter from Claire's?
Bro, body glitter from Claire's crazy.
Okay, clear glitter or
Okay, chat. I'm gonna show you guys my face makeup.
I think that's a little odd. He definitely said, yeah, we killed her. No, she said, you killed her? Yeah, we killed her. Man, listen, I don't know. All I'm saying is, right? All I'm saying is a lot of people knew about David and Celeste. They knew about her. And just even in my other video, I was talking about how Jason the Ween was trying to denounce David out of nowhere now. And all these people are acting like they didn't know anything about him. It's happening even more. There's a streamer named Miskiff who is also seemingly friends with David, seemingly, right? And he's coming out trying to be the virtuous guy like, oh my God, I knew something was wrong with him. Listen, all these motherfuckers out, a lot of them, let's just say, a lot of them are weirdos. And we're starting to see them for who they really are for entertaining the shit that David does. Let's check this out. Miskiff has always been a fucking dipshit, so it's not like he has too far to fall. But I just want to show you this video.
Oh my God. Bro. This picture of me and Ox, that's David. That's David. And chat, you could tell how fucking angry I am that this guy is here. I didn't want him at the party at all. You could tell how angry I am. Because I just knew he was a bad guy. Oh my God.
Yo, Miskiff is such a fucking man, just ill. Talk about an ugly bastard. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. You know, every day it seems like someone's like mortified that their acquaintance that they never really knew like that would do something. And I always knew he was such a bad guy. Man, get the fuck out of here. You're at the video shoots, not Miskiff in particular. I'm talking in general. You're at the video shoots. You're at the hangouts. Y'all knew. Fuck out of here, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. We'll see how this goes. We're starting to enter that phase to where where defense is going to start stalling. And David does have really good lawyers, and we'll see if his money could last as long as this case will. That's the biggest question. But until then, folks, stay inside, stay safe. I love y'all. See you later. Peace.